So today I'm going to show you a few things. Right now I'm going to tell you some things about the fifth wheel. You always want to make sure the jaws are open. If you try to back to a trailer with the jaws closed, then you will never be able to hook up and you can actually damage the fifth wheel. So I'm going to show you how to properly hook up to a trailer right now. So if you do it this way, you would never worry about high hooking, you would never worry about damaging the fifth wheel. So I know you're wondering, like, how could the jaws get closed? Sometimes when you're bobtailing around and you're hitting bumps and that lever can just move and move and move on the Volvo. So then when you get ready to hook up to a trailer, the jaw has already moved like it want to be in a closed position. So then when you back to it, you actually hit that part and you close it even more. So then you don't have no chance of hooking up to the trailer. So if that ever happens, I'm gonna show you how you would open the jaws. It's very easy. All you need to do is carry you some type of tool. If you search YouTube, you could find a video somewhere to show you what type of tool to carry. I don't have a tool on me right now, but I'm gonna try my best to show you what you would do in this situation. So here, a lot of fifth wheels are different. This is the Volvo. This is the Volvo that we run. So here, this lever here, see this little part here. If this closes and comes over on this side, you will never hook up because it's already closed. What's supposed to happen is when that trailer comes into here, when it hit the kingpin, it pushes this bar this way and it makes this latch close. So sometimes this latch can close by you bobtailing around. It's very easy to open this latch if you carry some type of tool, a crowbar. You can carry a crowbar, you can carry a piece of plywood. Anything that you carry that's pretty sturdy, you can open up these jaws. So what you would do is you would put the piece of plywood in here and you would kind of pry this jaw open. At the same time, you want to make sure the lever is pulled down where it can come into the open position. So you put the bar, you can put the bar from here and you can pry that jaw open. It's not easy to pry it because this is designed for when the kingpin hits it, and you know that kingpin really hits it really hard, so it makes it latch pretty easy. So just get you a piece of plywood and you'll be able to pry it open. Another thing, what you want to do, you want to make sure the fifth wheel plate, you want to make sure the plate is down. That will be up. So then when you go to hook up to your trailer, if you're sitting too high, your trailer is going to hit here, boom, and that way you can damage the fifth wheel as well. These fifth wheels are a lot different from the fifth wheels on the trucks a long time ago because you used to be able to see the pins on the side of the fifth wheel if you're trying to slide it. Sometimes it's pretty hard to slide this fifth wheel. You want to keep you some WD-40 or something like that. Sometimes you have to lube up in there. If you lube inside of here, this fifth wheel will slide really easy. So the older trucks, you used to be able to hammer right here and release the pins. So sometimes when these pins don't move and you see it's covered now, it's a lot different. So, but you can still hammer here. You can tap here when those pins won't retract. You can tap here with a hammer and sometimes that'll help you loosen it up. But back to the fifth wheel plate, you want to make sure it's always in a down position when you're getting ready to hook to a trailer. And hooking to a trailer, if you hook to a trailer and you high hook, a high hook is when the trailer sits way up here and you're trying to go under that trailer and hook up to it. I'm going to show you right now what a high hook looks like. Alright, so now what I did was I dumped my airbags on my truck just to show you what a high hook looks like. So come over here. Now if you look here, you look at the fifth wheel plate and you look at the top of my trailer. Now I can see clearance. If I go to back up to that kingpin right now, that kingpin can possibly, it's going to be a high hook. You're not going to be all the way hooked up. And the jaws can even close and the kingpin's not inside of there, so now you just lock the jaws. And you can possibly be stuck. Sometimes it's pretty hard to get that to release. So what I do every time I hook to a trailer, I get only the back axle under the trailer basically and I stop. The reason I do that so I can check my clearance between the fifth wheel and the top of my trailer. So right there I stopped, I can stop myself from high hooking. So I see a problem. So now I'm gonna identify the problem and then continue hooking up to the trailer. So I see that my airbags are dumped. The reason I know my airbags are low is because the frame is sitting lower than the tires. You see how low the frame is sitting? You see how high my tires are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raise my airbags back up and then that should stop me from high hooking. Here we go. So as you can see, now it's flush. So I have a thing that I say. I say if you look at the fifth wheel in the top of your trailer and you see light, if you see light, it ain't right. So you want to make sure you can't see through the fifth wheel. Now I'm not going to high hook. And if you look at it, I'm going to hook up to the trailer perfectly. Now here I go. All right, so now you see I hooked up to the trailer, and what I did when I first hooked up to the trailer is I did a tug test. I tried to see if I can pull the truck away from the trailer, which it didn't pull away. What some drivers do is they leave it at that. When they do a tug test, they stop there. I check my trailer 3 ways, and I'm gonna show you all 3 ways that I check my trailer. Here's number 2. First, I do my tug test, and then I go under the trailer. I make sure I cut the truck off because safety is always our #1 priority. It's on the side of our trucks. We die by it. First, I tug test it, then I crawl into the truck and I check the kingpin to make sure they're latched. And I'll show you the 3rd way later. Here we go. All right, so now if I look, I can tell I'm closed up. The jaws are closed and the kingpin is secured. All right, so when you get ready to roll up the landing gear, when you get ready to twist the landing gear to roll the leg and the arm up, what you want to do is you want to do 3 points of contact as well when you're doing this. A lot of drivers, they come here and they're bent over. You don't want to be bent over and trying to pull this bar. It's pretty heavy, hard to pull right now. So what I want to do is I want to put it in a slower speed. But while I'm rolling the trailer, I want my hand on the trailer and I want to stand up straight. 3 points of contact. All right, now I think I can put it in a faster gear. I'll be here rolling all day. It's always a great idea to check the foot and the leg before you roll the leg up too high. You want to make sure they're not loose and they're not going to fall off while you're on the road. Plus, you want to be able to drop this trailer someday or you'll be connected to it forever. Make sure when you get ready to roll this back down, you won't have any issues. Looks good. So I'm going to walk around on the other side and check it too. All right, the leg is good. All right, here we go. Pull it out, hang it up. All right, that's how you roll the leg up there.